Hey VC, Baxter 1000 with Gimme Ten 1981. Um, Done on the fly because I've got no time literally this week. And this is the Gimme Ten I am the least sure of. Um, I have compiled a list of 10 records, but I'm not sure they're the right 10 records. It's a bit disjointed, but still, it will make for a very um, interesting Gimme 10, if anything else. So lots of electronic, post punk, um, synth pop, things like that. Not very much jazz, zero jazz. Um, Most of it is UK electronic, bit of German, bit of Japanese. So let's get into it together. The first one is an obvious choice. It is Computer Welt by Kraftwerk. Obviously, we don't need to introduce Kraftwerk. This is, I believe, the last great record. Although, I mean, after this, they made some very, very good records. But in terms of greatness, this is really, really catchy, an amazing electronic record from start to finish. If you don't know it, really, do yourself a favor and this is an American pressing of this record, and um, yeah, it's I don't know how to describe this. This is what I'm saying. I'm so unprepared, but to me, is the most obvious choice of 1981 Computer Welt. And then kind of a cousin, a little brother to Computer Welt, Technodelic by the Yellow Magic Orchestra. Music in the same vein, very forward-thinking music, you know, technodelic. I mean, I think it does actually um, pioneer techno music, really, in some ways. This is a beautiful record. Obviously, Yellow Magic Orchestra, the band fronted by Rishi Sakamoto and Harumi Osono, and uh, really a great pulsating record, very innovative. This is a Dutch press, I think, printed in Holland. Technodelic by the Yellow Magic Orchestra. This one is a long-time favorite record. I can't say that people will be surprised to see My Life in the Bush of Ghosts by David Byrne and Brian Eno. Basically, the follow-up to Remain in Light, except not by the Talking Heads. But the thing is, with Remain in Light, Eno and Byrne are already sort of split from the rest of the band, and went sort of directed the whole operation of Remain in Light. So this is kind of a continuation, and very much inspired by things like movies by Holger Tsukai, where you get some tape loop, sand collage, and I think at the time Brian Eno was kind of obsessed with North African music. He would listen to Arabic singing, and that sort of inspired him to put together bits on this record. My version's got Quran, which is banned track 1B. It's fantastic. Great, 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 great record. Amazing. Number 4 on this list is my favorite Police record. I think Ghost in the Machine. Oh, here's a nice segue. My Life in the Bush of Ghosts. Ghost in the Machine. Yes, terrific record. It's a record that I've had in some way, shape, or form for a very, very long time. I used to have the cassette when I was a teenager, and um, it contains my favorite Police songs, basically. Spirits in the Material World, and Invisible Sun, which I think Invisible Sun is my favorite Police song, except for maybe um, Walking on the Moon and Teen Sahara. But this is fantastic. Recorded in Montserrat, somewhere in the Caribbean, and an album which was recorded under strenuous conditions. Band was imploding. I think one of them was going through a divorce, but results are fantastic. The lyrics are very 1984-esque, if you get the reference. Next, an album also recorded in the same region of the world as the Police. I'm talking about Night Clubbing by Grace Jones, recorded in Nassau in the Bahamas. Compass Point with the Compass Point All Stars, Slide and Bar, and Wally Badarou on keyboard, Robbie Shakespeare on bass. A really top-notch all-round record with a lot of covers actually. Walking in the Rain, which was a Flash and the Pan track. Flash and the Pan, for those of you who don't know, are an Australian band made of two former Easy Beat members, and so they and then they wrote a great song, Walking in the Rain, and the cover is fantastic, but the original is fantastic too. Use Me, Night Clubbing by Iggy Pop, as we know, etc. Great album, superb. Then, actually, as a trio, or in fact, there's 4 UK post-punk classics here. The first one is a beast. Deceit with Deceit. Obviously, Deceit is a band that is very well known in sort of experimental rock circles, made of Charles Haywoods and Charles Bullock. Fusing lots of different ideas, dub, ambient music, experimental rock, post-punk, tape collage, all sorts of things. And there's a track on this which I really love, which is SPQR, which is the second last track on side. Even Cenotaph I really love. And Makeshift Swahili is a great song too. But SPQR, We Are the Romans, is as pop as Deceit ever got, I think, really, you could say. A fabulous female-fronted band, and the best record, undoubtedly, the Au Pairs, playing with a different sex. Band from Birmingham in the UK. Shout out to John, 6-inch pianist. I used to live in Birmingham too. I said to John, I lived in Birmingham for a year. And so a city that's produced bands like the Au Pairs, Black Sabbath, and UB40, Slade. Very strange array of things. Fantastic bands. The Au Pairs. We're So Cool, the opener is great. Check it out. Like really dynamic post-punk. If you like the Raincoat, if you like a Gang of Four, there's a bit of that there. Very cool. This record is delightful. Kind of a cross between Echo and the Bunnymen and Killing Joke and a bit of early U2 is the sound from the Lion's Mouth, which is their first album, I think. I think Jeopardy is the second. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. This is really sensational, this record. Um, I first got to this record because of the sleeve, really. I was in the record store and I saw the sleeve. I thought, this is really cool. And then I looked and I saw it was on Korova, which is the label, Echo and the Bunnyman. Alright, this is the WA release, but it's on Korova as well. I love this painting of Daniel in the lines. Great biblical story. And this is a band from I can't remember. They're English, and they really have this sort of driving sound from that you would hear in Echo and the Bunnymen. Really, really melodic songs. Really, full of energy. Very highly recommended. The sound. Two more. This is kind of a synth pop classic. If there ever was one, I mean, really, it's a beautiful record. Architecture and Morality by OMD, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. It's on a little label that I really like, Dindisk. Really like this little label. It's just represents this sort of time period, And when I was very young, we had an ad on TV for I think a Peugeot 205 car, and they used Souvenir as the music, and it sort of imprinted on my brain. It's kind of one of the staple sounds of my youth. I love this band, and I think I will be talking about Dazzle Ships in the 1983 installment. Fantastic, fantastic album. Adamski and can't remember the name of those two guys, but great, great, great album. And a little surprise for the end, a German synth pop, synth wave, minimal wave kind of classic. DEF, Deutsch-Amerikanische Freundschaft, with their Alles ist gut, alles ist gut, everything is good, which is sort of a dark, sexual, openly gay as well, kind of pulsating synth records with vocals. And there's a song called the Mussolini on it, which is just a classic dance floor track. It's on the other side. It's fantastic. I urge you to check it out. The Mussolini. And the opener, Sato Sato, is amazing, but I have to say everything on this record is good. It's on Virgin, and it's kind of this sort of semi-erotic. I mean, you can see the sort of. It's produced by Connie Plank, if that sells it to you. And that's all I've got for you. I think I've went over 10 minutes, but I just talk. Just I hope you enjoyed VC, and I'll see you back for Revolutions, which is the next thing I'll do. Okay,